How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Vej Athletics Aesthetics podcast. You guys are getting me off the dome today. Just had my morning coffee. I don't have a lot of time because I've got to be on the road soon. Just listen to a little bit of my indie French music. Saratoga, Etienne Cope. Those are two of my favorite artists. But let's get on the aesthetics, man. Today I want to talk to you guys about building the back. Building the back. The back can be a very neglected area. One of the things that I hate seeing is when you see, meatheads at the gym or even young guys, even young kids go in there. They want to bench press, they want to bicep curl, they want to overhead press, they want to incline press, they want to decline press, they want to press with dumbbells, and they want to get on the chest machine. And who is working their back? Who's working their back? And then we get to the ladies. That they want to work their legs. You'll see most ladies squatting, which is going to build your back. Yeah, you see them doing the hip thrust. You see them doing anything they can do to build their glutes. But a lot of ladies also neglect the back or don't challenge it with as much load as it requires. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 tips here. They're not gonna be revolutionary, but it's what you need to build a nice back. And a nice back is a sexy back. A nice back is a sexy back. As many compliments or positive feedback I'll say that I get on other types of my body, other parts of my body, people tell me like, "Oh, Jordan, wow, your back. Oh, your back looks like a map. Oh, your back. Oh, your back." You know what I mean? So I think for men or women, and a lady with a nice back, a nice muscular back, or at least toned back for the ladies that don't want to be too muscular. It's nice. It's very nice to see in a nice, a nice bikini or a nice thin strap dress, something like that. And for the guys, obviously, especially if you have overblown chest, shoulders, whatever, and then you got a flabby back, we got problems there. So starting off, one thing that I started implementing years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, is the Wenning warm-ups. So Matt Wenning, world record powerlifter, he, by the way, once told me that I don't lift big weights because I disagreed with him on a YouTube comment, but that's another story for another day. Matt Wenning has the Wenning warm-ups, and I used to get really bad shoulder pain when I would bench. Come from a long background of competing in powerlifting and in strongman. I dabbled in strongman for a couple of years as well, and your shoulders just take a beating, right? I'm squatting at the time 500-600 pounds sitting on my shoulders, then getting in the gym and benching, going ham on my bench. I've never been a good bench presser, and that's one of the reasons. So in the Wenning warm-ups, Wenning talked about doing 100 to 200 reps worth of light rowing or pull downs, vertical pulling, before you even touch the bar on the bench press, getting complete blood flow through your back and through your shoulders. And I started implementing that. I think at the time I was doing a squat every day kind of program. So I was doing it before I squatted as well. But I was banging out sets of 25 reps. When those started feeling easy, I was banging out sets of 30 reps, sets of 50 reps, which I'll still keep to this day. Before I bench, I will do, during my warm-up at least, between that and the empty bar, I'm doing 50 rep sets of light pull downs or light rows and just getting blood flow to that area. So those reps add up. Those thousands and thousands and thousands of reps you're doing over weeks add up, one. And two, uh, you're building you're all that additional blood flow you're getting is helping those muscles in whatever else you're doing. So my back is now able to work more and contribute more when I do all those reps and then I go into my squat, or when I do all those reps and I go into my deadlift, my bench press. My back is really able to stabilize and help in ways that it wouldn't before if it was turned off, it was cold, if there wasn't that blood flow to the back. So Wenning warm-ups, start by doing 25 rep sets, 4 sets of 25 before your main work. And then as that starts feeling easy and you can bang that out in less than, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, then you start going up to 30 rep sets. Then you start going up to 50 rep sets. I would stop at 50. You could do 100 rep sets. That's up to you. But now at the most my warm up is 4 sets of 50, and I'll alternate. So if I'm doing one workout on Monday, my Wenning warm up will be pull downs, so vertical pulling. And then if I'm coming back on Tuesday or on Wednesday, it'll be horizontal pulling. So it'll be row. And usually I'm using cables. I prefer cables to straight weight. You have that nice smooth feel. It works with you through the whole range of motion. Possibly a little bit more exhausting if you do it with dumbbells or a barbell. It's going to be a little bit more exhausting than just putting on some light cable weight. So winning warm-ups, high rep sets before you get into your main work. Second is do deadlifts. Do conventional deadlifts. It's the heaviest load that you can give to your back. I don't even mind if people do rack pulls, but get it at least at the knee level, people. At least at knee level. When I see these guys doing rack pulls of like 5 centimeters from the hip to the top of the hip, like, do a deadlift or do a rack pull if you want to overload the movement a little bit from the knee. And you should be at least pulling double body weight. I think with adequate practice, anybody, male or female, can get to the point where they're deadlifting double body weight. And then your body will have at least reached an adequate level of strength to warrant having that additional muscle in the back. And that's not that hard. For an average guy, a 400-pound deadlift, or maybe a little bit less than a 400-pound deadlift, very achievable. For the average female, that's a 250-pound deadlift, 220 to 240, somewhere in that range. Also very achievable. Conventional, though, that's how you're going to build the back. Sumo's a little bit more legs, hips. So work on that conventional deadlift. For my athletes, we're doing a lot of clean pulls, which are a very similar movement, and they're gaining the strength from that, doing clean pulls. So work up on that. You could do a program like 5-3-1. You could do heavy 10s and heavy 8s, then heavy 5s, heavy 3s, right? Find the program scheme that works for you. I think a couple weeks ago on the podcast, I talked about how I love the 5th set 2-2-2 AMRAP scheme. So whatever scheme, basic strength scheme that you choose is going to get you there. It's going to get you to double body weight. After that, if you're talking about competitive lifts and being stronger than that, that's another talk for another day. But double body weight's super accessible to everybody. That's going to build the erectors. That's going to, if you've got proper technique, that's in a conventional deadlift, is going to build the upper back. It's the weight of the exercise, which people sometimes forget, is going to create that additional testosterone response in your body that's going to gain benefits to all your other back work. So those are the reasons that you want to implement the conventional deadlift, and make sure that you're working that if you're trying to build a big back. Last one is Pullups. Pullups. Yeah, you're doing all that high rep pull down work if you're doing the winning warm-ups. But pull-ups are key, man. Just building those wings in the lats, and having real strength behind it. I think, as well as obviously body fat. If you're not able to bang out some pull-ups, then your body fat is likely one of the factors that's reducing that muscle tones that you want to see in your back. So if you're overweight, even for some of the females takes a much longer time to build strength in a movement like a bodyweight movement like a pull-up. So you guys, I'm going to say, do eccentric pull-ups. So start at the top and then lower yourself down. If even that is, from a bodyweight perspective, is not can't be done for you, attach a band to it. You start with a thick band if you need to. I'd say the lightest band that you can do, where you can work in sets of 5 to 10 reps. Don't massacre yourself, but work in that range. And those of you that can do pull-ups, work, same thing. Don't max out every set. So I haven't tested my max pull-ups in a while, but I did do 29 pull-ups on a boat. I got to do a podcast of just stories. Maybe I'll do the 29 pull-ups on a boat story for my first one. But right now I could probably bang out in the realm of 20 to 25 if I do a max set, which means in a set I'm doing like 10 to 15. I'm doing 10 to 15. I'm leaving about, what is that, 25% of those reps in the tank. And then I'm able to do 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets. Pull-ups are an exercise where, you're very limited in the load that you're working with. It's your body weight, whatever your body weight is that day. And reps are really going to vary. But leave some reps in the tank. You can't add, if you're somebody like me who's banging out 20 plus reps throw a little bit of weight on yourself, and do it belt loaded, or do I see guys doing it with the chains, which is nuts to me. What if the chain falls off? But pull-ups, that's the third one. So if you want to build a back, you want to build a sexy back. That's the title. Build a sexy back. How to build a sexy back. Do get in those wedding warm-ups. Make sure you're doing conventional deadlifting, working towards the double bodyweight conventional deadlift, and make sure you're banging out pull-ups. I'd say 7+ pull-ups for the ladies, 15+ pull-ups for the men. If you are doing those three things, you got a sexy back. You got a sexy back, and it's gonna get sexier, and you're probably having sex. Okay, so that is the way that you guys can build that part of your physique that is missing for a lot of people, and it will be appreciated by family and friends. And you're gonna have, if you do play sports, if you're one of my athletes, then you're gonna have a little bit of body armor when you get hit or when you fall down. Awesome, guys. Vej Athletics. I'll talk to you later.